Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Christopher Russo on the fan on a Saturday in New York. Good to have you aboard. 718-937-6666. That's your two-way sports talk telephone number as we talk to you this morning about the world of sports. We got a lot of football to do. We're here until about 12:15. Pete Carroll and we hope Wayne Fonz sometime today. We'll talk about the two games today and the two games tomorrow. Joe and Shin and Lula Shepard across the way. Cohen by a little later on as we chat to you about the world of sports. A couple of quickies to get us going, and obviously I'm going to center around another Knick disaster in quarter number 4 last night down the stretch against the expansion Orlando Magic. I mean, don't lose that game, will you please? For goodness gracious, mate. I mean, that's a terrible loss. I mean, that's awful. 12 points, fourth quarter. You got a 10-point lead, 5:51 to go, and you let that game get away. I mean, that's not championship basketball. You know, Knicks are now 5-9 on the road, with their 5 wins being against Atlanta, who's awful. Indiana, they stink. Minnesota's won 5 games all year long. Boston, who's below 500. And the Nets. I mean, you can't walk into Orlando, have a lead, play pretty decent all night long, and then let Shaq go crazy down the stretch, which brings us to our big point. You know, come on, Pat Ewing, will you please? Bulk up a little bit. Bang him around. Stop shooting fadeaway hooks and fadeaway jump shots and getting that shot smacked right back in your face. Stand up and be counted. Don't be a wussy out there. And if anybody wants to deny the fact that Patrick was not a wuss last night, didn't watch the same game I did. I don't want to hear a thing about that foul either. I was foul or no foul. Stuff the ball. Stuff the ball. Get it. Jump. Go down there and stuff it. Jam it. I don't want to hear Riley make a sound or a peep. I don't want to hear a peep out of Ewing. Make the stuff. Don't dribble it, catch it, jump up with ferocity, and stuff it. Just an absolutely ugly fourth guy. That's terrible. I'm sorry, that is awful. Anybody who's going to sit there and say, don't make a big deal, they're wrong. They are absolutely wrong. These are bad signs. They can't score points when they have to. Even when the Knicks win, it's 93-91. Can they once score over 100? But, I mean, to have Shaq just dominate. The guy's played 26 games in his life. That just goes to show you that Pat Ewing is not a superstar. You know that? When I mean, he is not a great, great player. I'm very down on Ewing today. Very down. Because he let Shaq take it to him all night down the stretch. Block shots, the guy got every rebound, and Ewing could not push him out of the low box. You know, outside of Pat hitting that little hook and that little three-point play with 1:46 to go, he was a no-show. Anthony throws the ball away, misses a wide-open jumper. I mean, come on, will you please? Don't ruin my Friday. I don't want to hear anything about him being old either. You know, he doesn't look old against the T-Wolves, I guarantee you that. When it's Luke Longley, Pat scores 40. Shaq just killed him. And then they leave Jeff Turner all alone for a wide-open jumper. All that guy is doing is leading the NBA in field goal percentage. And they leave Scott open for a 3, and he's third in three-point percentage. And I'm telling you, I am getting fed up with the Knicks not being able to score. Score some points, will you please? One game over 100. Once. Can you score over 100? How about a 115-point night? Just one game, one time. And don't sit there and say I'm a doomsayer. That's an awful loss if you're a Knicks fan. Awful. 718-937-6666. And here it is. I was in a good mood all morning because I am totally into Mary Chapin Carpenter. Then I see highlights of Ewing again. I get all ticked off. Come on, Lula, give me a smile today. Show me something in there. Back after this.
If your radio sounded funny this morning, you were listening to Imus in the morning. Weekdays here on The Fan. Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
Hi, it's me for Dash Detergent.